What's up? I'm gonna teach you everything you wanna know about spawn pads. Let's go. Right. So the first thing, enable during phases. These things are quite useful if you want you to spawn in a certain phase or something. For example, create only means that I will only respawn while I'm creating a map. After I start the game and respawn, it wouldn't work. I wouldn't spawn here at all. Or during the countdown. Not so I wouldn't spawn here unless it was creating it. Game countdown is when this spawn pad will only work when the game countdown is counting down. Like see, if I use it respawn now, it's not gonna make me respawn there. I'm just gonna be in the air. See? However, if I start the game, during the countdown, I spawned here. Since the countdown's finished and I respawn, I won't do that. I won't like spawn there. And see, that's the countdown only. Now for the next one. This is gameplay only. Gameplay only means when you will only spawn when the game is like playing. Not during the countdown, not during the create, when you're creating your map, it won't work. But respawn now, it won't work. See, it won't work. I'll start the game, it won't work during the countdown. I'll be in the air. However, another game started, I respawn. I'm going to spawn at the thing. See? Simple. Now for the next one. None. You basically get the gist of it. That means you won't spawn at all. You won't spawn it during the countdown, during the game. You won't spawn at all. Now let's go on to the next feature. Alright, teams. Teams are quite simple and easy. Teams is like teams are teams. Yeah. So this team, you can choose what team you want this team to spawn on. For example, right now I'm on team 1, yeah? If I make this team 1, only people on my team, team 1, will spawn there. If I was, for example, team 1 still, and it said only team 2s can spawn here, I will not spawn there. For example, if I start the game, I will not spawn there. See, I'm in the air. However, if I made it that was team 1 and I spawned there, it would make me spawn there. Team 1. And see, I've spawned here. Simple. And with this, you can do it with any teams. You can go all the way to like team 16, that's the max amount of players. None is when no teams will spawn here, not any tool. Maybe classes, but no teams. Any, that means if I'm on like any team, team 1, team 9, team 15, team 8, anywhere, anyone would spawn it. Now that's the teams done. On to the next one, priorities. So for example, priorities are kind of like a last resort a bit. There are 3 types of priorities. Primary, secondary, and tertiary. I can't pronounce it. When there's none, for example, if I had a bunch of ones which were on team 1, a bunch of spawn pads, let's say like 2 spawn pads. If these like magically got deactivated, it'll go on to the next priority. The next priority is primary. So if all the spawn pads that are team 1 have been shut down, that are not in the priority group, it'll go to the next one. For example, here, this is the next priority. You can go up to 3 stages: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Normal, you could go at primary, have another layer if these two turn off into secondary, and if those turn off, tertiary. There's priority groups done for you. Next feature, uses island starts. So basically, as soon as you enter your island, you'll spawn here if you turn it on. However, right now there's 2 spawn pads. If I duplicate it, now there's 2 spawn pads. If I turn this off, if I left my island and entered it, I will spawn on that pad, and only that pad. I won't spawn the other one, because not the island start. Let's go back into my island. Or not. See, I spawn here. The one without the user island start won't spawn, so that's basically it. Now on to the next one. The next one is visible during games. You should really know what these are, because it's very useful in map building. For example, it's basically the name of it. You see this pad? You can choose if you want this visible when you start the game. For example, if I made another one, like this, my lag, if I turn it off so you can't spawn it. However, I turned the visible during games to off. When I start it, I spawn the invisible one, but not that one, so it turns off. So that's basically it. Alright, now for the last bit, channels. I'll explain more about channels in another video, but let's just do it simply for now. Enable and disable, it's in the name. When this channel is transmitted on, it will disable the thing, so no one can respawn in it. It won't work no matter what if it's disabled. Now the other thing does the opposite, it will enable it. I'm going to build a little system to show you how it works. Alright, so basically I built this little system right now. These 2 buttons will enable and disable the thing with the channel. I'll show you. So if I start the game, I will spawn on here like usual. However, if I disable it, now it's disabled, and I respawn, I will not spawn it because it's disabled. Where it's disabled, it just doesn't work. It's disabled. I can't do anything. Now, if I want to re-enable it, right now it's enabled. Start again. Not only respawn. You will spawn back on there. So that's those 2 things done. Let me show you the next channel. Now to the next bit. Player, when player spawned on, transmit on. This will transmit. For example, if I was to respawn, when I spawn on here the first time, it will transmit a signal. So you could do anything, like you can add it to a trigger to make it count, or you can make it like send a message. For example, I'm going to build something great. Alright, so basically build this little thing, so when I spawn, a message will transmit, so if you see. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. That's basically how the transmit thing works. If you want more tutorials like this on other stuff, write down in the comments. Thank you and goodbye.